Ethereum has been seeing a lot of price drops, and I wanted to really look into it, what's happening with ETH, because right now Ethereum has been underperforming the rat race to blockchains like Solana and Kaspa. Look at this. Yeah, Ethereum might have recovered 60, 90%, whatever, but when we look at the big players, they have recovered about 1,000%. Now, I know comparing blockchains is a completely different strategy, especially because it's a bigger market cap. But we should realize how important it is for Ethereum to overperform, especially because they just released their recent roadmap. That's a huge thing. A lot of people have been waiting for the roadmap. But there has been a lot of things confusing me for basic things like Ethereum.
In this video, we are going to look at on-chain data. Data you might have not seen before, data that's specific to Ethereum and where Ethereum very much differs from Bitcoin. Have a look at this. This is the burned Ethereum.
So yeah, this is the biggest problem. Look at how much was burned in May. I think someone was doing these trades. That's why they burned so much Ethereum. So we want to make Ethereum deflationary, right? And it's not making those changes even with September 2021. It's still not quite there yet. And that's kind of problematic if you ask me. Like, Ethereum is known to be a problem solver, not to be basic bull run market strategy like that. So that's where I think the big problem is right now with Ethereum. It deserves so much more growth, but it's not getting any. So how can we solve that in a sense? It definitely deserves so much more than that.
Since EIP 1559. So EIP stands for Ethereum Improvement Proposal. And what?
So yeah, these proposals, they're really changing Ethereum in a long-term sense. But Ethereum right now, it is quite deflationary. But compared to something like Binance Coin, it's not deflationary as much. So it is deflationary as 0.2% per year, but that's not enough. We need like 1% per year. If we can get to 1%, imagine Ethereum's price.
Graph of the website ultrasound.money, and it shows how is the Ethereum net supply developing over time. And it shows that since the merge at the current rate, the number of Ethereum that are circulating is contracting by 0.214% per year. Now imagine that merge would have never happened. The Ethereum supply then would have expanded by 3.1%. Now this sounds all rosy and everything.
So yeah, Ethereum was actually a lot inflationary, and this definitely affected the prices. I don't know if anyone would buy, even though it's a 3%. Like, you would have to buy 3% more from the whales per year to make it sustainable.
But how did Ethereum actually do since the merge? This is now almost 1.5 years ago. What we have over here in the chart behind me is not the Ethereum price, but it's the Ethereum dominance. So I like to look at how big is Ethereum in the entire crypto space? Because crypto as a whole...
This is a very important factor, because when Bitcoin was dominating, everybody was buying it. So here's where I think the big price potential comes in. But Ethereum has a lot more competition than 2017. Like, look at this. It was almost as the 2023 on the bull run of 2018, because everybody was using Ethereum at that time. There was nothing else to use in that sense. So to me, it really does make kind of sense to hold Ethereum at that point. So that's a pretty awesome factor. A lot of people haven't been talking about. But I am definitely more excited to see some basic changes in that matter.
16 and 17, then a bit of a slowdown in growth, but still growth until 2021. And since 2021, we're going sideways because a lot of transactions are now moving to the cheaper layer 2 scaling.
So layer 2 scalings are something like Solana, something like Cardano even. Cardano doesn't have much hype, but it does have utility, more than Ethereum. And I'm kind of worried for Ethereum in that sense. Like, the holders got a ton of updates, but we didn't get an explanation of what these updates will be.
Solutions like Optimism and Arbitrum and Polygon. Here's the number of active addresses on Ethereum. Now this stopped growing already since the end of 2017. Right? We did grow in transactions to a degree. We hit a new all-time high in 2021. The number of active addresses seems to be slowing down even a little bit faster. Here's the number of new addresses, relatively constant at 2.5 million per month for quite a while. Now, why could this be problematic for Ethereum and not, for example, for Bitcoin? The main problem with crypto YouTube is conflict of interest. Too many YouTubers.
So here's what I think. Ethereum's on-chain volume monthly again, as we say, it hasn't even recovered near those cents as 2018, 2019. So I find that slightly problematic if you ask me. There is going to be problems with that in that sense. Like, we definitely deserve more than that in the Ethereum terms. So there is going to be probably more of these small updates in the long term. But right now, Ethereum has a huge problem with everything that's happening in crypto. It's just not seeing those price updates that we needed to see. So I am excited. I'm definitely excited in that sense to see crypto growing. I'm excited to see Ethereum growing. But again, I am kind of worried for Ethereum in the long-term sense. Like, where will it go? What will it do? What can it improve? And those are the real factors that make crypto, actually explode. So Ethereum is nowhere near these monthly volumes because of these layer 2 blockchains. And I think Ethereum could do something better, like not even lower transaction fees. It could find a way to find more users, for example. But it's just not doing enough. It's the oldest crypto in that sense. It's being held by most cryptocurrencies, but I don't know what's going to happen with Ethereum in the future. It could have a huge bull run, or it could have a huge drop for all we know. I will keep you guys updated more on this as well. Look at this.
And you move to proof of stake. You've got way less stakeholders, way less people that are interested in Ethereum. And so with the merge, especially the underperformance versus Bitcoin was very bad. 40%.
So yeah, it slightly it underperformed by 40%.
There is a technical reason for this. I think this is conflict of interest by the current holders of Ethereum that wanted to get, again, continued return on their ETH. And so here's why this underperformance is especially concerning. The staked Ethereum as a percentage of all of Ethereum tended to trend upwards.
So yeah, 24% of all Ethereums basically staked their crypto, which is a massive amount. And that's even with Ethereum deflationary. Most people staking, they're actually making Ethereum. They're making money off Ethereum. But that is basically a double-edged sword. So yes, you give holders their staking profits, but they end up selling it, and we don't have such a deflationary coin. So Ethereum supply and profit is much bigger.
And the majority of people are in losses, not when they are in gains. So feel free to call me even at 100% for a while, but still, I'm more of a fan of buying an asset when the majority of people
So yeah, only 78% is in profit. Sometimes it was only like 45%. Absolutely insane, but I will keep you guys updated. Seems like 2017 was much bigger terms. But this is the reason Ethereum is down. These big stakers, they make a ton of profit, so it's really a double-edged sword, as he said. And I feel like Ethereum could fix that in the future with more updates, with more approvals. For example, lowering the staking rewards might hurt in the short term, but in the long term, it's actually going to help the Ethereum price, increasing the burns. So something that tokens have is burns and specific burns. If we can increase those burns, then we could have more money in while. But I'll keep you guys updated with more content like this, and smash that like button. Until next time, peace everyone.